We're recording.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Ken and Father, and today I'm joined by Murray Valeriano. See, I butchered his name already. sorry, Murray.
That's all right. That's a good college try. It's Valeriano, if anybody's interested. A girl did it to me at the MC did it to me at the comedy club the other night.
Yeah?
And a couple of podcast listeners were out, and they just loved it because they love when I talk about people butchering my name. You made the podcast.
Nice, thank you. Basically on this channel, as you know, I like to interview some of my friends. Murray is a stand-up comic from LA. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourself so they know who you are?
I'm Murray. I'm a comic from LA.
Okay. Nice and simple.
Yeah, absolutely. I got the Road Stories podcast you can check out on All Things Comedy, and I'm on tour right now until December.
Okay. Have you ever grown up with playing? What kind of video games did you ever grow up playing? Like, what was your go-to?
We had the knockoff. My dad was a preacher,
yeah.
So not a lot of money. He wasn't the good preachers. He wasn't the Joel Osteens of the. So we had the knockoff in television. We had Activision.
Yeah.
I don't know if that rings a bell. So I would. That was what we would play. The old
ColecoVision that had the paddle with the wheel.
Yeah. I remember ColecoVision. Yeah. It had that and had numbers on it that you pushed and stuff like that. So I want to say we played a lot. For some reason, I'm not into sports, but I loved the football on there.
Oh yeah, they got the Madden.
Then it went on to Madden, and then I got into Madden and stuff like that. But those were the games I was playing. And the handheld head-to-heads.
Oh yeah, they had the old. What was it? You could buy it now in Target for like $15.
Oh, really?
An old football game that looks exactly like the little red dot.
Yeah, it's just a red dot. You can only run 2 players.
Yeah, and then they had the baseball one as well. They had
Yeah, so we played that. I had a head-to-head boxing one, which was cool. That was fun. Yeah, those are.
And then now they sell the old Atari 2600 Gold Edition, where you can plug HDMI directly into your big screen TV, and you can play Pitfall, Frogger.
Pitfall was big on Activision. I remember that.
Yeah.
I ended up. I think I'm a little older than you, but I ended up dating this girl right out of high school, and she got a babysitting job. And this was way after Mario Brothers came out. But the kids had Mario Brothers, so I would go spend the night with her at her babysitting job and just play Mario Brothers all night. So if I had a game, if any game you wanted, I would play Mario Brothers in a heartbeat.
I grew up playing Atari. I grew up playing Nintendo. My first computer was a Commodore 64.
Yeah, buddy, I remember those. Absolutely.
Graduated to the 128.
Okay.
And then went to an IBM clone.
Oh, nice.
And ended up buying my first computer was a compact Pisario.
Oh wow, man, I haven't heard those. We had our first computer class, and it was the TRS-80s.
Oh. Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
Yep.
And it ran the basic.
Radio Shack.
Yeah, Radio Shack. And it ran BASIC was the program.
Yep.
And all of us were like, this is stupid. 4 guys loved it. And now those 4 guys run the world.
Oh yeah, because I was on the Commodore 64. I read the whole manual to teach my dad how to actually use the computer. Next thing I know, I'm programming Handman games.
Right.
Like line 10, go to dot.
Right.
Line 20, go to dot.
The if then statements.
Yeah, the if then.
And the semicolon. Yeah.
It still works today. They still use the basic programs today. All computing is basically ones and zeros. It's still the basic same thing.
There was, I grew up very Christian, and this is maybe off topic, but I'll bring it back, I promise. There was a horrible trio of movies about the rapture and how if you didn't get raptured, and for those of you who don't know what a rapture is, Google it, we gotta go. Yeah. But it was like you get murdered and killed because you were a sinner. And they came up with the number of the beast, 666, and they put it in the zeros and ones.
Oh.
So there's fooling the people. And this thing was made in the 70s. I saw it in the 80s, and they were putting the 666 in that 101 code. It was really creepy.
Binary code.
Yeah, binary code.
To stick on that same subject, when Doom first came out on the PC, they actually had a group that made, using the same game engine that made Doom, and they made a Bible version of it. So instead of shotguns and stuff, you had a cross or a shepherd's crook, and you blessed everybody that came around.
Not as fun.
Yeah, you can look it up. You look it up online, you'll actually find it. I don't remember the exact name. But,
there they go, Christians ruining everything funny.
Well, yeah, Outside Extra did a whole video thing of games that were something that you grew up playing, but they were actually a clone of something else,
Right.
And then they
Yeah.
goes into that.
That makes sense.
Well, I wanted to say thank you very much, Murray, for helping me out on my
Absolutely.
on my
Thank you so
YouTube
much
channel.
for-
Let people know what website they can find you at.
Yeah.
Here's where you can actually plug. Not that
Absolutely.
you already plugged at the beginning, but I like to do it twice.
Sure. No, first of all, thank you for coming out to the show tonight.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Always.
You and Wendy, you guys come out a lot and been very supportive, and thanks for listening to my podcast. You can catch my podcast, the Road Stories Podcast, on the All Things Comedy Network. I'm on tour right now. I'm doing my own headlining tour, and I'm also filling in opening for Cristela Alonso, which is what we did tonight. So you can get all those dates at murrayvaleriano.com. I'm kind of Seattle, Cincinnati, Vegas, Arizona, Texas. So they're all out there.
I'll make sure to put something in the links below for his website as well as Road Stories
Awesome.
Podcast.
Excellent.
And make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and have a rad day. Bye.
Thanks.